All right, welcome. We're about to dive into one of the most powerful tools you have, and guess what? It's inside your own head. We're going to unpack some of the incredible work of Dr. Joseph Murphy and give you a practical guide to using your subconscious mind to totally reshape your world.
Have you ever just stopped and wondered about this? It's a huge question, right? Why do some people seem to have it all? They're successful, happy, healthy, while other people, who are just as smart and work just as hard, just can't seem to catch a break. Well, the book asks this exact same thing, and the answer isn't out there in the world. It's much, much closer. So the secret, it all comes down to this dynamic happening inside of us all the time. It's the interplay between our two minds, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Seriously, getting how these two work together is the absolute first step to unlocking pretty much everything.
Okay, here's a super simple way to think about it. Your conscious mind, that's the captain on the bridge of a ship. It's the part that thinks, that reasons, that makes all the decisions. The captain gives the orders. But your subconscious mind is the massive, powerful engine room down below. It doesn't question the orders. Its only job is to fire up the engines and carry out whatever command it's given. It's where your emotions and intuition live, and it's the part that actually gets things done.
And this right here, this is basically the law of your mind. Your subconscious doesn't argue with you, it doesn't debate, it just accepts whatever your conscious mind impresses upon it as fact. So if you're constantly thinking good thoughts, good things will follow. But if you're constantly thinking about and fearing bad things, well, bad things are gonna follow. It's a totally impartial force. It'll work just as hard on a bad idea as it will on a good one.
To make this even clearer, Dr. Murphy gives us this really simple but honestly brilliant metaphor. Thinking of yourself as a gardener in a garden.
Just for a second, picture that your mind, all of its potential, all of its power, is this rich, fertile plot of land.
So in this picture, your conscious mind, that's you, the gardener. You're the one deciding what to plant. Your subconscious mind is the garden itself, that fertile soil that will grow anything you put into it, no questions asked. And your thoughts? Every single one of them is a seed. You can plant seeds of success, of wealth, of happiness, or you can plant seeds of failure, worry, and sadness. The soil doesn't care. It'll grow weeds just as faithfully as it will grow prize-winning roses.
So here's the kicker. The life you're experiencing right now, your health, your finances, your relationships, all of it, is basically the harvest. It's a direct reflection of the seeds you've been planting in your mind, whether you knew you were doing it or not. Okay, so if our thoughts are the seeds, what's the thing that makes them actually grow? You know, what's the water and the sunlight in this metaphor? What's the secret ingredient that turns a thought into a reality? Well, the answer is belief.
This is the secret sauce. See, it's not just repeating a phrase that makes something happen. It's the deep down belief, the conviction in your mind that it's true, or that it can be true. That's what the subconscious responds to. A thought that you just repeat over and over without any real feeling behind it, that's like tossing a seed onto concrete. Nothing's gonna happen.
And this is where our main tool comes into play, an affirmation. It sounds fancy, but all it is a carefully worded sentence that states what you want as if it's already true. It's the technique we use to consciously go in and plant the exact seeds we want and to build up that belief that makes them sprout.
So let's get practical. Let's get our hands dirty. How do you actually use these affirmations to start planting better seeds in that garden of yours?
Okay, first things first, you gotta quiet down the noisy conscious mind. When you're relaxed and kind of drowsy, your subconscious is way more open to suggestions. Second, say your affirmation, out loud if you can. It just helps lock it in. Third, and this is huge, use your imagination to see the end result. Don't worry about how it's gonna happen, just picture it as already done. And fourth, and this is the most important part, you have to feel the reality of it right now. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude as if you already have it. Feeling is the language of the subconscious. And finally, you gotta stick with it. Be persistent. Just like a real seed, a thought needs time and repetition to grow.
Now, a super important warning. Your subconscious takes you literally, at your word. It doesn't get sarcasm, it doesn't know when you're just kidding. So when you say, I can't afford that, you are literally giving a command to your subconscious to create a reality where you can't. You're planting a weed of limitation, and believe me, it will grow it for you.
And along those same lines, weak language gets you weak results. Saying, I wish I had more money, or I hope I get that job, actually reinforces the idea that you don't have it. Instead, you need to state your affirmation like a decree. You're the captain, remember? You give the order with conviction, with authority, and then you trust the engine room to get to work.
So, what does a really powerful, effective affirmation actually sound like? Let's check out a couple of fantastic examples for bringing prosperity into your life, straight from the book.
Check out the simple brilliance of this one. It's gentle, it's constant, and it covers everything. It's not so bold or aggressive that your rational mind immediately tries to shut it down. Instead, it just gently suggests this continuous flow of prosperity into every part of your life, which makes it way easier for your subconscious to just accept it and run with it.
Now here's one that's a bit more specific. This affirmation is basically an instruction manual for your subconscious, telling it to guide you in making smart financial moves. By repeating this, you start to build a real belief that there's a higher intelligence looking out for you, protecting you from bad deals and making sure your ventures succeed.
So, when you boil it all down, here's the big, empowering takeaway. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You don't have to be stuck with old beliefs that aren't serving you. By understanding this stuff, you can literally go in, pull out the weeds of fear and doubt, and start consciously planting the seeds of whatever you want. You are the gardener.
And that leaves us with just one final, powerful question for you. The soil of your mind is ready. It's fertile. The power to create a completely new harvest is in your hands, right now. So what new seeds are you going to choose to plant starting today?